Hey guys, welcome back to RHR Jen. I'm so glad you're here. Guys, I have such a good show for you today. Megan's doing weird stuff. And I know I should narrow it down because she's always doing weird stuff. It's gotten even weirder. And I figured something out. I have figured something out and it's big and you're going to want to see it. It involves putting down her dad, it involves grifting off of kids, it involves more publicity for herself. Get ready for this. Buckle up. You're definitely going to want to see this one. If you're new here, I'm Jen. Make sure you're subscribed, hit the thumbs up, leave me comments, as all of those helps YouTube to recommend my videos, and I sincerely appreciate it. And again, a huge thank you to everybody who has hyped my videos. It means the world to me. Also, before I forget, guess what? I set up my Amazon storefront. So a lot of you guys have been so kind and asked me things like, hey, what color is your lipstick? Or what kind of lipstick is that? And, questions about hair and just different products I've mentioned. Well, now you can find them all, links to them all. I will put a link to it in the comments below. Just stick with me to the end. I'll explain what it is. I want to dive into the story, but if you feel like supporting me there, I really do appreciate it. It's not that it charges anything extra. It's that I make a little bit of commission on if you end up buying something from there. So, all right, let's talk about what Megan is up to. My goodness gracious, it's big. All right. So she posted on her Instagram today, and it was kind of like, huh? What? Now, I will say it's actually Meghan and Harry up to this, but you'll see why I think it's Meghan. I think it's Meghan. I really do. All right, let's take a look. So, starting with her Instagram, she posted this Cookie Queens. And I was like, what? What's Cookie Queens? What is this? All right. Well, there's more to the Instagram post, but I'm pausing it for a second because we're going to come back to this. Cookie Queens. So I started doing a little bit of digging and a little bit of research, and I found more about it. So there's an article out with Deadline that talks about this Cookie Queens. So the way I'm understanding it is this: Meghan and Harry came on as executive producers. And I'm saying it very intentional like that. Came on as. Uh, Again, this is the only time you'll hear me mention Harry because he's mentioned here. Other than that, we don't hear anything about Harry. It's all about Meghan. So the reason I think that Harry is mentioned here is because it's Archewell that is backing this project, basically, again, as I'm understanding it. So let me explain. They are listed as executive producers for this thing. So I did a bunch of research, and if I understand this correctly, executive producer credits, those aren't just vanity plates. There are definitely producer credits and different things where you can pay to play. Executive producer ends up carrying a little bit more weight, typically, meaning you have to throw some money at the problem. Usually it involves things like securing a percentage of the budget, things like that, maybe helping secure the rights. But the reason that this is important is this. Okay. And the reason that I think it's, in my opinion, a pay to play situation is because, again, it's Harry and Meghan, but also, so they've brought in Archewell to this, right? So Archewell, in theory, could be the one securing part of the budget. The reason that I'm leaning into this, why I believe it's a pay to play situation too, is because she has a quote here, Meghan does. It says, when we first viewed the early footage of this documentary, it was immediately something we wanted to be involved in. Okay, so if they were able to view early footage of the documentary, well, you see where I'm going with this? It had to be pretty decently far along in the process for them to join as executive producers. Almost like they threw money at it to get their names attached. Why would that be? Besides the typical, that's what they do, there's something else that I figured out. Go with me here. Okay. So in this Cookie Queens thing that she posts, you'll notice this. Look at that. It says at top, Sundance. Interesting, right? So I started looking into Sundance. I don't know how familiar you are. I honestly had heard of Sundance, but I didn't know much about it. All right, let me tell you about Sundance. Getting a film into Sundance. Okay, this is a documentary. So they're typically, okay, there's films and there's documentaries at Sundance. Sundance, of course, is held in Utah, in case you didn't know. Sundance is a film festival, and getting your documentary in there, it opens doors. Sundance winners can snag what's called grand jury prizes. And guess what happens if you get a grand jury prize? You go on to the Oscars. You go on to the Oscars. She's trying to win an Oscar. This is her way to try to win an Oscar. She'll never get it for acting. She's doing it through this. She's okay. This is all my opinion and my theory here, but go with me. From what I understand from the research, doing it this way, she could potentially qualify for an Oscar. And documentaries have a history through Sundance of going on to the Oscars. It's like this whole thing because it is its own category. She's not going to get it through acting, but she could get it through this. I just want you to think about that because I'm stuck on that. I really think this is what it is. All right, let's talk about why this just feels like a big grift. Okay. Cookie Queens itself, I had to look up the plot. And from what I understand on that, it tracks 4 young Girl Scouts, ages like 5 to 12, something like that, grinding through cookie sales, going like door to door. It's drama, it's family pressure, it's quotas, things like that. It's girls. It's entrepreneurship. And I'm saying it like that because what does Meghan always grift off of? That sort of thing. And it's kids. It's not her kids. It's other people's kids. So once again, hello. It's like screaming Meghan on so many levels. So if you win that grand jury or an audience award at the film festival, Sundance, jury prizes qualify straight for Oscar Best Documentary. It's a short list. It's only one of a few festivals that do it this way. So it's the way you fast track yourself an Oscar. And from what I understand, the documentary category, it's going to have less submissions than the films category, or however you say that, the features category. It's its own thing. So if she wanted to buy an Oscar, hypothetically, this is how she would do it. I'm telling you, I feel strongly about this and I'm onto something. Want more weirdness? Okay, I've got it for you. Let's look at this. Let's go back to her post. Look, so then she posted this after Cookie Queens. Don't worry, I will zoom in because I couldn't read it either. Let's take a look at what she posted here. Here's the still image of it. Here's the words that she posted. As a former Girl Scout myself, with my mom as my troop leader, I have personal affinity for this film, and I'm proud that all of our conversations and collaboration have led to Archewell Productions partnering. See? Partnering to me implies backing, which would buy them an executive producer credit. Partnering with this award-winning team to executive produce this incredibly captivating documentary. When we first viewed the early footage of this documentary, it was immediately something we wanted to be involved in. The creative point of view, the edgy yet humanizing tone and tenor of the directing, the glimpse behind the scenes of such nostalgic and modern tradition of Girl Scout cookie season are absolutely irresistible. You see what she's doing, right? Again, I feel like she's pushing for this award already. She's putting it out there. Look, it's girls. I have an affinity for this. I have a connection to this. Look at me. Again, grifting, making it about herself. But she's tied herself as executive producer. And again, that it's in Sundance. You see where I'm going with this. And I feel like this is a subject that would pull at the heartstrings that could make something like that possible, especially if Meghan's not in it, which it doesn't sound like she is. She's, I think, just an executive producer. It's just so crazy. The idea of, again, partnering with other people's kids for a project, and when it's constantly pointed out that you don't seem to be with your own very much. I just think that is absolutely crazy. But I really think I'm onto something. Okay, but let's take this a step further. You ready? Then she posted this, a picture of her mom, Doria, host or leading whatever the word is, the scouts, the scout troop, the Girl Scouts. You can see Meghan there without her face covered up. Everybody else's face is covered up. If it's anybody else in the world, I'd say it's for privacy. Because it's Meghan, I'd say it's because she just wants you to look at her. Um, but here's Doria. Okay, I just want you to think about that. So Thomas Markle Sr., we know, we've heard all about it it's awful that he's in the hospital. He's had to have his part of his leg amputated. There's been a back and forth of, did she get in touch with him? Did she send a carrier pigeon? She handwrote a letter. She questions ethics. She's terrible. Anyway, all about her dad, right? He's laying in the hospital. She can't pick up the phone to call him or do a Zoom call or anything like that. She has to handwrite, supposedly, a letter. I'm still on the fence if I even believe that. But according to her, she's handwritten letter, sure. So she had to handwrite him a letter. That's that on him. Here's Doria. Now, if you don't know, Doria and Thomas can't stand each other. I don't think they even acknowledge each other. But from what I understand, they can't stand each other. Now, of course, we know the history here. With Thomas, I'm choosing my words carefully. Thomas raising her. Doria went somewhere. I don't know why people can't say where she went, but whatever. Wherever she was. So Thomas raised Meghan, and Meghan, as a thank you, will never acknowledge Thomas. It's the craziest thing ever. She finally does a teeny bit by making it about herself while he's in the hospital, trying to play victim and get attention. I can't get a hold of him. It's not ethical that he has a friend there with him. I'm being pouty. Okay, she spends less than 4 seconds with that, and now we're on to Doria. I just think the timing is so Meghan on this. Look at my mom. She was there for me. Nothing about dad. To me, what I really think is she's doing that thing where she thinks she's the smartest in the room. She knows that this will poke at dad and the Markle family, and by praising mom. Plus, we haven't seen Doria in a little bit. I wonder if it's like drawing her, if she's going to prepare for a battle with dad, let's draw Doria back into this. I don't know. I really think, I know I'm onto something with this. I know. And you know it too. Let me know. But there's just so many layers to this. I really think with this, I just think it's interesting. Okay. There's another layer to this. Think about this. So it's all about the scouts. Well, let's talk about that. The Girl Scouts, right? All right. Who else has been about Girl Scouts recently? I'll give you a hint. Catherine, Princess of Wales. Back in September, Catherine and First Lady Melania Trump, they went to Frogmore Gardens and they spent time with the squirrels, which are the tiny scouts, ages 4 to 5. They did crafts, bug hunts. They did a whole bunch of stuff. We saw a cute kid palling around with Melania and I think holding her hand and walking her around. And it was such a lovely moment. So again, the grifter is grifting off of Catherine. There's just so many layers to this. You get what I'm saying? Like, it's so Meghan. It's so Meghan. And again, I think she just banks on nobody will figure all this out. Au contraire, mon frère. Figured it out. I'm on to you. I see what you're doing. I see it clear as day. This is all roads lead back to Meghan. It's always it's a look at me like I've never seen. But it's more than just the scouts and using the same idea. Just think about Catherine. Catherine's whole big deal, her causes usually have to do with early childhood development. Again, the grifters are grifting, meaning that I really think that's another reason why Meghan would pick a project like this. Because one, it's being maternal. I'm using that in air quotes, obviously, but trying to show a maternal side by palling around with kids. That's something she likes to do. Not her own kids, other people's kids. Think like those faux royal tours they do when she's holding on to somebody else's kid. And you're like, why? Why would you do that? But they don't do that with their own kids. It's so weird. plus I feel like this would be something. Catherine wouldn't be an executive producer, but she does the early childhood causes and development stuff. So Meghan has to try to swoop in and do something with kids. I just think it's all tied together. I really do. You've got to let me know if you think I'm onto something here. I feel it in my bones. I think I figured this one out. You have to let me know if you agree with me. If you think it's a stretch, fine. Let me know in the comments. That's okay. I'll live. But if you think I'm on the right track, I want to know. I want to know. And yeah, I really feel like I'm onto something here. All of a sudden, out of nowhere, we're getting this announcement of executive producer and building it up. Why? Again, it's all about the Oscar. She wants that. I'm telling you, she wants that Oscar. She won't get it for acting. She might try to get it through this. Oh, imagine that. Because, okay, so if it's through Archewell and Harry has to be involved because he's, part of Archewell, imagine that. She would elbow him off the stage. We've seen her elbow him before, or just push him out of the way, or guide him down the steps head first. She'd do that and go pick up her Oscar. I'm telling you, there is something to this. I'm on to something. Let me know in the comments what your thoughts are. Thank you so much for humoring me. No, you're not humoring me. Thank you for being a part of this with me. Thank you for watching me figure this stuff out in real time. It's like one of those things where I say, I can't believe it, except for I can, because all of this is very much Meghan. By the way, I'm recording this at 1:00 in the morning because I couldn't sleep. It just hit me. I was like, oh my God. So that's what's happening here with me. Tell me about you. Oh, it's just so crazy. Every time, this has been quite the whirlwind year for them. Every time I think they can't do something nuttier, they're like, nope, we can. Year's not over yet. Let's do something. And here we are. Goodness. All right, let me tell you for a second about my storefront because I was so excited to get into this. I didn't want to drag it out at the beginning. So I do have an Amazon storefront now. I will put a link in the description. I think it's still listed under Real Housewives Recaps. That's my old name, but I set it up a long time ago and I can't figure out how to change it. But I will put the link, like I say. You might be able to Google me. I listed RHR Jen in there, so you might be able to Google it that way, but just use the link. What it does is if you like my lipstick or something, like some of my products, I only put products that I actually use. If you like some of the products that I use, or if it's something you've asked me about a lot in the comments that you can get through Amazon, I've linked it. So by clicking on it and I don't know, like by clicking on it, and then if you were to buy it or whatever through there, then I think I get a few cents of commission. That's it. And that would help. I would appreciate that very much. But I have everything from my mic on there to what hair products I use to what skin products. And I even have, like, I'll show it to you because it's about to roll up here. But I did like a photograph. There you go. So like this is me filming the other day. That shirt came from Amazon. I show how to get my Ryan Gosling from Amazon. You could get like just different things that my actual lipstick I'm wearing there and stuff, all linked. So you can find the hair stuff I had used that day. So you can find all that stuff. So do click on it. Even books I've covered before, the Amazon link. So check it out if you're the least bit interested. It really does help, and I appreciate that. And you'll hear me talk about this a little bit more as we go. But guys, I have to know your thoughts on all this. Let me know if you think I'm on the right track. Let me know your thoughts. And I appreciate you all so much. I can't wait to bring you more stuff like this. And as more stuff comes out, I'll be talking about it. Crazy, crazy stuff. I mean, at first glance, I didn't even think about the Oscars thing that I had to marinate on. But I did think about, as soon as I saw it, I thought, she's using this to hurt Thomas. It's the Doria post, right? Of all times to post, she's been radio silent about Doria. She posts about Doria to get at Thomas. I just feel it in my bones. I do. I think so. Let me know your thoughts. Thank you guys so much for being here. Have the best day. I'll talk to you again soon. Bye-bye. Hi. Okay, so it's like 1:00 in the morning. I couldn't sleep and it hit me like a ton of bricks. I was like, I gotta go talk about this. So hi, welcome to what I do when I can't sleep. I had to talk about this because it all hit me. The realization hit me. So that's what you're seeing right now. Anyway, if you stay tuned this long, let's see, what should we comment on this one? All right. If you can't put Oscar, pick something else. What else is she gonna buy her way into? The Grammys? That already was a thing, right? With Harry's book. There was speculation they were trying to buy like for audiobook or whatever. I don't know. What else would they try to buy an award for? Just the more ludicrous, the better. Let me know. Oh goodness, I'm trying to think what it would be. I'm sure there's something crazy out there that I'm not thinking. It's 1 o'clock in the morning. Cut me some slack. Let me know, what are they buying their way into? I'm dying to know. Thank you guys for being here and for watching. I'm dying to know your thoughts on all this. And yeah, spread this around. Share this video. Let everybody know. So I think I'm on to something. All right. Have the best night. I'll talk to you. Best day, best night, whatever time it is. I'll talk to you soon. Bye bye. Buying an Oscar. Ugh.